Good afternoon, sports betting fans. This is Hardways Mike with SBI. It is Thursday afternoon here. We are coming at you with some sports betting action to be had, including the BMW Championship, which will open up today. A small slate in Major League Baseball. I am behind the microphone again. I am solo today, which is unfortunate, but it means you don't have to listen to stinky old Aces High talk about tennis anymore today. Although we might touch on the ATP Cincinnati. We'll see what happens in the show. Just to kind of go around Major League Baseball, today we did have one game that's in the books already. We had an early Mariners-Royals game. Royals were well in control of that game. They were up 4-2, and then a 3-run eighth inning from the Mariners, and then another run in the ninth made for a win for the Mariners. 6-4, they win on the road. Right now, we also have a game that's just been blown open by the Nationals. The Nationals are up 6-1. It was 1-1 through 3, and then the fifth inning happened, and Washington puts up 5 runs. It is now 6-1. Washington up over the Red Sox. Red Sox have some work to do if they want to claw back into this one. A lot of doubles. It looks like in that fifth inning that allowed the Washington Nationals to get up there. We've got 3 more games left to go today, so very small slate today. It looks like, in fact, it looks like the Tigers-Guardians game just got postponed, so 4 games, 6 games total. This is as small a slate as I can ever remember. Even if you take out that postponed game, 7 games on a day, that's a pretty small slate. But let's go over to the today page and see what we have. If you were interested in the Guardians pitcher, it was Xavier Curry versus Tariq Skubal, but that game will be postponed. We'll see if they do a doubleheader tomorrow. That's probably what's likely. Let's see where they are. Yeah, that's probably what's likely because they'll still be in Cleveland. I would bet that we have a 3 o'clock game for the first game and then the usual 6:30 game. But right now we've got 3 games left. The Cardinals and the Mets, the Padres and the Diamondbacks, and then the Dodgers and the Brewers. The Dodgers are trotting out Lance Lynn again. It's a 99 record this year with a 5.88 ERA. Corbin Burns on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers, 9-6 record with a 3.60 ERA. This is courtesy of our MLB Today page. Let's go over to our game board. The Dodgers are the favorites in this. Decent favorites. -148 is the best line that I'm seeing. That's over on Bet Rivers Sportsbook. If you don't have Bet Rivers, you can get them at -150 over on BetMGM. If you want to back the Brew Crew, +130 over on DraftKings, FanDuel, PointsBet, and Caesar. So plenty of options there. If you're backing the Brewers, this game is in LA. It's a late game. It's a 9:10 p.m. game. If you want a little bit of an early action, the Mets and the Cardinals square off in St. Louis today at 6:15 p.m. Central Time. Adam Wainwright is on the mound for the Cardinals. Not a great year for him. 3-7 with a miserable 8.78 ERA versus Jose Quintana for the Mets. 0-4 record with a actually pretty decent 3.03 ERA. He's just not getting much support then, it looks like. Quintana. Let's go over to the game board. The Mets are the favorites, -118. So this is in St. Louis. The Mets are the bare favorites here, -118 over on Bet Rivers Sportsbook. If you don't have Bet Rivers, you can get -120 on most of the major sports books. If you want to back the Cardinals, you can get them at +105 on Caesar Sportsbook. So that's not terrible there if you're backing the Cardinals. One more game. That's it. 3 games left to go because of that Guardians-Tigers postponement. So we've got the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Padres are trotting out Rich Hill. He's got a 7-12 record with a 5.17 ERA, and the Diamondbacks will have Zach Gallen on the mind, who's got a really nice 12-5 record with a 3.24 ERA. The Diamondbacks and Padres, it looks like virtually a pick 'em with the juice. The Padres are the slightest of dogs, depending on where you get it. You can get the Padres -106 over on Bet Rivers. If you want to back the Diamondbacks, you can get them at -108 over on DraftKings. So DraftKings actually has -108 on the Diamondbacks, -112 on the Padres. So they have the Padres as favorites. Rivers has -112 on the Diamondbacks and -106 on the Padres. So the Padres are the favorites in there. Everybody else has it -108, -108, or -110, -110. So if you're back in that game is at 8:40 p.m. Central Time. That's it for Major League Baseball today. Again, as small a slate as I can remember. Friday, though, we do have games starting as early as 1:20 with the Royals visiting the Cubs, so a little cross-league action there. And we've got the White Sox and the Rockies. We've got a lot of interleague play going on starting tomorrow. We've got the Diamondbacks and the Padres, the Marlins and the Dodgers, Pirates and Twins, Brewers and Rangers, Giants and Braves. And then, as I had mentioned previously, our series spotlight this week will be the Yankees and the Red Sox. First game will be Friday, 6:05 p.m. Central Time. No lines out for that one yet. The Red Sox are 63-57. The Yankees have slipped below 500 now. 60-61. I believe they lost yesterday again versus the Braves. Yep, again, they got shut out again, 2 games in a row. They only managed to muster 4 hits, although it was a low-scoring game in general. The Braves only won 2-0. So that's 1 hit on Tuesday, 4 hits yesterday, 5 hits across 2 games. That is just a miserable performance for the Yankees. They are certainly struggling this year. Saturday, that game as part of the series spotlight. Let's see here when that game will be. That'll be at 12:05 p.m. Central Time. It'll be an early game. And then I'm surprised the Red Sox-Yankees is also a 12:35 game on Sunday. I would have thought that'd be the Sunday night game, but it looks like Major League Baseball has the Phillies and the Nationals as the Sunday night game. So we'll be back this weekend to talk a little more action. We do have one NFL preseason game tonight. Actually, let's go over to the player props page, and we do have a small slate, but let's look at Pete Alonso, the polar bear, and see what his home run lines look like. Home runs over. Okay, so Pete Alonso's been on a bit of a tear the last couple weeks. He's plus 330 on PointsBet, 350 on DraftKings, and then plus 360 over on FanDuel. I was hoping to make my daily donation to the Matt Olson Fund and hit him to hit a home run, because he only seems to hit a home run when I don't bet on him. But he is not playing today, so no harm, no foul there. Yep, that Tigers-Guardians game is just officially postponed. Let's see here. Mookie Betts, he did not come through for us on Tuesday, Dinger Tuesday. But let's see, if you want to take him today, you can actually get, so usually, let's see, 350 on FanDuel, 360 on DraftKings, at up to 400 there on PointsBet. So if you're back in Mookie Betts today, definitely get that over on PointsBet. As I mentioned, we have one NFL preseason game. This is week 2. I like how they put the records on here, the 1-1 Browns versus the 0-1 Eagles, or 1-0 Eagles there. That is very interesting, seeing it's a preseason. That game's at 6:30 p.m. Central Time tonight, and then we've got a bunch of games tomorrow night, or not a bunch. We've got 2 games tomorrow night, and then a bunch of games on Saturday, and a few games on Sunday. And it looks like we got one on Monday. I'm not sure if they moved that or what, but so the Bears game's on Saturday at 6 o'clock. If you're a Bears fan like I am, I'll definitely be in front of the TV for that. But they have a Ravens-Commanders game. They moved to Monday. Just a reminder, BetRivers has a promotion going on right now where if you bet on a live NFL preseason game, you can get a 50% matched free bet, so up to $25. If you bet $50 on the game live, you can get that up $25 free bet maximum. It's a good promotion. If you're betting the game anyway and you don't mind waiting a little bit to get it when it's live, it's a really nice way to kind of hedge out some of the money that you have out there. I've been doing it every time. You can get that once a day that there's a preseason game on, so it's definitely worthwhile to check that out over on BetRivers. And if it works with your strategy, then certainly go for it. Our This Week in College Football is now available. It is up. Anybody who has a subscription has access to the tools that are in there. We've got a ton of great football content coming up, NFL, but mostly college football this year. I'm just going to pull up right now. I'm looking at the Pac-12 game, first game of the week, August 31st, 7 o'clock p.m. at Rice-Eccles Stadium between Utah and Florida. We've got the spread, well, conferences, of course, with spread, money line, total, percentage to win, points per game, opponents' points per game, against the spread plus or minus. You can get into a detailed matchup and get a game preview. You can get conference records. You can get per game statistics, time of possession, first downs, efficiencies, passing attempts, passing TDs, advanced statistics. It is just a ton of information, not to mention the schedule that we have from last year, so you can see how these teams did last year, and then we'll certainly have information on the upcoming schedule as it gets later in the season, and then the current money line odds, best money line odds, best spreads, best totals. This is just a ton of information. So go to sportsbettingintel.com. In the upper left, you'll see a little football, This Week in College Football. Log in and check it out and just let us know what you think. But we are really excited for all the tools that we have in this. You can also click through from any game and go right over to the game breakdown, our game pages as well. So I'll just click on Mid-American, for example. We love the MAC here at SBI. And we got San Diego State and Ohio, August 26th at 6 o'clock p.m. at Snapdragon Stadium. I can click Game Breakdown, and it'll take us right over to the game page for that particular game. Boom, here we are, SB Intel. We've got our best book odds. We've got money line spreads. We've got alt spreads, alt totals, as I like to call them, teasers. So plenty of options there. Check us out. Let us know what you think about it. I'm going to go just pick on one more game here. Let's go to an SEC team. Everybody's one of their favorite conferences. So let's go with Tennessee and Virginia, September 2nd at 11 o'clock a.m. That will be week 1 in college football. We have let's see. Right now, we've got the Tennessee Volunteers are the favorite, and that looks like Joe Milton will be the starting quarterback for the Tennessee Volunteers. Minus 28 spread, minus 110 versus Virginia plus 28 at minus 110. If you want to take the Volunteers on the money line, minus 500. So that is college football. That is coming up in a mere 10 days, 9 days now, actually. I think the 26th is the first day. Today's the 17th, so definitely a lot. We also have English Premier League, and that is something that we are really excited about. I know the real Jay-Z is very excited about that. Match day 2 starts tomorrow with Nottingham Forest and Sheffield United. Nottingham Forest minus 115, draw plus 255, Sheffield United plus 340. That's tomorrow at 1:45 p.m. Central Time. We've got 6 games on Saturday. Actually, it looks like that Luton Town Burnley game has been suspended, and then 2 games on Sunday, and then a game on Monday. So match day 2 for the English Premier League is starting on Friday, so that is tomorrow. Lots of opportunities to bet on international soccer, not just English Premier League. If you are interested in the Premier League winner, that is Man City, or the odds for winner, that is Man City at minus 150, followed by Arsenal at plus 450. So Man City, again, the favorite. You can get Liverpool at plus 800 and Man United at plus 1,100. I had mentioned the NFL preseason, of course. If you want to take the Eagles tonight, minus 198 on DraftKings, you can get it at minus 4. Or you can get plus 164 on the Cleveland Browns. I had mentioned ATP Cincinnati and Aces. I know that I would be remiss if I didn't talk about it at least a little bit here. So I'm just going to see. We've got Alcaraz and Tommy Paul are playing right now. It looks like Alcaraz took the first set 7-6, and then Tommy Paul came back, took the second set 7-6. Right now, though, Alcaraz is up 4 games to 3, 15 all. Right now, that is Alcaraz is the big favorite to win that, minus 1,100. I believe Djokovic plays tonight, sometime, 7:30. Yep, he's the favorite in that, minus 750 versus Gael Monfils at plus 475. And then if we go to the, let's see here, Dusan Lajovic versus Taylor Fritz minus 400. Hubert Hurkacz at minus 310 versus Alexei Popyrin at plus 240. So we'll check on that over the weekend. This is in the quarterfinals now. Again, Alcaraz minus 1,100 to win. We have the BMW Championship. I know that the man, the myth, the legend, the madman Woj, as Aces calls him, I was talking about it last week. Let me go ahead and see where the standings are for that one. We've got to see. This is again at Olympia Fields. Looks like Brian Harman and Rory McIlroy are currently tied. That first round is almost finished. Harman and McIlroy at 5 under, shot a 65 today, so par 70. They are the leaders, tied for the lead right now. Matthew Fitzpatrick behind them, along with DeGala at minus 4. Cameron Young, Corey Connors, Harrison English at 3 under, and then John Rahm, Max Homa, Patrick Cantlay, and Morikawa at 2 under. Oh, as well as Spieth and M and Fowler and Hovland. So you got a lot of guys kind of bunched there near the top. No surprise, McIlroy at the top there. It looks like, I'm looking for Scotty Scheffler, tied 23rd, shot even today. He's only through 9, though. Plenty of opportunity to bring that up. If we go over to the odds to win, no surprise, Rory McIlroy plus 240. He is the favorite. He was the favorite coming into this. I believe he was plus 650 on DraftKings and plus 700 for Scotty Scheffler. He's overtaken usually Scotty Scheffler as the favorite. Behind him, John Rahm at plus 800, Harman at 1,200, and Scotty Scheffler at 1,400, even though he is 5 strokes back. Interesting how the books really love Scotty Scheffler week in and week out. Although his performance hasn't been terribly great the last month or so, he's always one of the tops. That's going to do it for me today. We'll be back this weekend to talk more baseball, to talk international soccer, especially the English Premier League. We'll talk NFL football, more in the lead up to NCAA football, of course, the BMW Championship and ATP Cincinnati, this tournament as well. I'm going to close it out with a couple of plus EV bets, as we usually do here. If you wanted to take the over, let's see, we've got San Diego versus Arizona, so the Padres versus Diamondbacks today at 8:40 p.m. Over 11.5 on FanDuel is plus 330. That is a plus 4.88% positive expected value bet. Again, that's over on FanDuel, San Diego, Arizona, over 11.5 runs, plus 330. If you wanted something with a little shorter odds, you can get the Mets game, which starts in an hour and a half or so. You can get the New York Mets alt run line of -2 over on Bet Rivers at plus 175. That is plus 2.23% plus EV bet versus our fair value line of plus 169. Again, that second bet is the Mets run line of -2 over on Bet Rivers plus 175. That's a plus 2.23% positive expected value bet. Again, that is it for me. Lots of sports betting action coming up this weekend. I am looking forward to plopping myself down in front of the TV. Follow us. Don't forget to follow us on social media. If you have anything you want us to talk about, we are at SBN Intel everywhere, on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Let us know. As we say over here at SBI, you don't always have to bet, but when you do, wager wisely.